G'day, this is Mark here. I have purchased one of these things, a Gentrax generator. It's the supposed GS4000, rated power is 3.5 kilowatts, rated current 14.6 amps, maximum power is 4.2 kilowatts. Right, it's an inverter generator, supposed to be nice and quiet. Well, it's quiet compared to the old 8.5 that I had here, which was more of a heavy duty type machine, and look, in all honesty, it did well. It just was very noisy, and very hard to move around. This one's a lot lighter, and I thought, well, we'll give it a try, see what it's like. Initially, I'll give my initial thoughts. It looks good, nice looking unit, very simple. I've had it, I don't know, probably 6 months. Gave it an initial start up, and then haven't needed to use it. Go to use it again, and the battery's buggered, and the battery won't charge and it won't rejuvenate. It had about 6 volts left in it for some reason. I mean, there should be zero load while the thing's turned off. Sorry, it had about 11 volts in it, but it would not charge. Totally useless. So I've just gone and put an AGM battery in it, motorcycle battery, for about 75 bucks. So hopefully that'll last longer than the crap that they fitted to it originally. Now, initial thoughts, yeah, it looks good. Battery's crap. It is not easy to start. I'll give it that. You might start it cold with the choke. Once it's hot or warm, if you stop it and try to start it again, the bugger just doesn't want to go. It cranks and cranks and cranks, doesn't matter what you do to the choke. I took the spark plug out. It had not flooded, there was no fuel on the spark plug. Let it cool down again, and away it goes. So yeah, I'm just you know, if you have to stop this thing and fuel it up, good luck to you getting it going again. So yeah, so from that respect, not overly impressed. Okay, now I am a Sparky, and this is on our farm, and it's just basically back up for the house and sheds for a bit of light load. It goes into the board here, and we have a changeover switch on here. We do have power here at the moment, but I'm just giving this a test drive. The power has been out. So anyway, what I've got running at the moment is essentially a heating element on the stove, and it's just cutting itself in and out. So it's about 9 amps of load, which should be easy for this. There's about 2 amps of base load. Now, I have actually checked the meter itself that's on the digital meter that's on the front, and compared it to my normal multimeter tong tester, and it's pretty accurate. It's a fairly good indication of what the voltages, currents and everything else are like. Now, this is where it gets a bit funny. If I try and start remembering it's a 3.5 kVA full load, or 3.5 kilowatt full load, 4.2 kilowatt rated, but I cannot start a 3/4 750 watt compressor with head pressure relief on it. It doesn't like power tools. It won't start a 2000 watt pressure washer, right? It just folds back on voltage, and you know, if you let it go long enough, it'll probably end up destroying it. Eventually the fault comes up on the machine. So if you want to use one of these for motor starting, unless it's got a ramp in it with an inverter, forget it, right? They don't do it. We put them at the bottom of the tree as far as that goes. I'm going to have a look and see now. Remember, we've got a resistive load on this, so there's no high inrush current. It's basically fixed. I just go up. It's not like it's starting a motor where it's got multiple times load. Not doing anything like that. Just a resistive load and starting up. It runs the fridges and stuff, no worries, lights and all that. But I do notice that the LED lights, when the heating element cuts in, they definitely flicker. They will flicker inside. So the changing load, it's not real good at. So anyway, we're going to have a look at it. This is the current, so it's telling me I've got about 2 amps, which is about right. That's the base load of whatever's running in there at the moment. I'm going to have a look at both, on this meter, I'm going to look at both the frequency and the current. And here I am at the moment. So it's telling me I'm bang on about 50 hertz there, and there's my voltage, and you can see it on there. But what I do have on this thing, it seems the frequency seems to hold pretty well during loads and unloads at 50 hertz, which is pretty important that it does. And where you have the non-inverter style, you'll get a big shift in frequency as the motor tries to compensate for that load starting up. Whereas this one sort of, yeah, I'm holding it pretty well. We'll watch it, so it's kicking on again. That frequency's held quite nicely. Now, this is the interesting part. If I have a maximum and minimum here of voltage, so what I'm going to look at, I'll just wait till it kicks off, which it has now. If I look at the maximum minimum voltage, so my maximum voltage is what it is now, up here, 241.5, and let's have a look where the minimum goes. It starts in again. Have a look at that. So that's just dropped down to 179.4 volts based on the load kicking in, right? And that's a resistive load. Remember, we're adding about 9 amps of resistive load, and it's dropping that output voltage quite dramatically during that event. So I'm currently down at 179. See when it kicks in, it's at 1.9 amps there at the moment. And when it kicks in again, drops are all through. 179.4, the voltage has dropped to 236.5. But it's this fold-back voltage is the problem. This is what makes it basically unsuitable for motor loads. It just folds back, which then you sort of get into this spiral where it just doesn't want to start the motor because the voltage has dropped back so far. And if you let it go for too long, you'll end up either cooking the motor or this output will switch off, which it has done when I was trying it on motor load before. So in the right application, I think this is fine. I just have got to be very conscious of what it's doing. Yeah, and if you could just let it run, tick away like that, but probably best, even though it's supposedly a higher rating, and I really wouldn't want to get it up there because I just think it'd, stall. Lots of little loads would probably be all right in it, but yeah, I'm unfortunately not convinced that this is the ideal generator for starting anything that's even mildly bigger than normal. So it might be all right for a microwave, maybe a small inverter air conditioner, definitely lighting, maybe a water pump. My water pump's on the house here. I've got a couple here, but they're only 400 watt or something, 450 watt. But I wouldn't be going for large or trying to start larger motors with it because it's going to fold back too much, and look, you might end up damaging something else like a television set or something else. So inverters are seem to be the grab an inverter generator, they're awesome. No, like every inverter, whether it be variable speed drives or, you know, inverters on solar systems, they all have quite significant limitations on their ability to be able to start loads up and start motors up and motor loads. And the same applies with these generators. You know, as I said, the old 8.5 kVA that I was running, or I had before it died, in all honesty, it actually did a better job than this. It was just heavier and noisier than this one. So by all means, everybody who rushes out to buy these things for your camping trips and all that, yep, go for it. As a standby, they're okay, but with limitations. All right, now that's my 2 cents. All right, anyway, good luck, regardless of what inverter generator you get. They're not perfect. Anyway, okay, cheers.